One of my favourite Asian dishes is fried pork dumplings. I think I could eat probably a dozen of them in one sitting. To make pork dumplings, first of all you need pastry cases. You can go down to the supermarket and buy the supermarket quality ones. I've decided to make them myself because I can, and they're much nicer. You can get a crispier finish. The dough, flour with a bit of salt. And here we have warm water, a bit of cider vinegar, and some vegetable oil. Make a bit of a well, tip it in. Just mix it all together. It's really important to get your quantities right on the money here if you want a really good pastry. It's only a matter of time before you get your hands into it. When you get it to this point, in my grandmother's time, she would knead it for 20 minutes. In my generation, we've got electricity. Check this out. A little bit simple and cheap, but very effective. 5 minutes with the dough hooks. After 5 minutes with the dough hooks, you end up with something like that. Now that needs to rest another probably about an hour before we can actually roll it out and make some cases. Drop it into this thing here. Just a little bit of oil over the top. Stop the pastry drying out. Ready for resting. Back soon. Here's our pastry. Rested and ready to go. I've got this custom rolling board. This pastry does spread out a bit, and this old table, it's a bit wonky. You can't make good pastry, make good rolled pastry. You have really flat surface. Add a bit of flour. Don't be shy with the flour. And I've got a custom rolling pin. Mitre 10. You roll it a bit this way, roll it a bit that way. As you can see, it's quite thin. Bit of an odd shape. Grandma probably would have done better. Next part of the process is to cut the cases. I decided that this should be about the right size. I wonder how we were going to get. Just sit them over there, ready for later. Pastry cases. I counted 25. What you do then, put it all together. Roll it again, make some more. I think for today, 25 will have to do. Next part of the process is the filling. The filling for the pork dumplings. You need pork, spring onions, cabbage, mushrooms, garlic, and ginger. One of my favourite ingredients when it comes to Asian cooking. Pork dumplings aren't pork dumplings without ginger. You don't need too much. I reckon about that much soy sauce. About that much. Sesame seed oil. Not too much of this stuff. Ooh, plenty of that. Salt. Everything tastes better with salt. And get your hands into it and mix it up. It's really important to get this really well mixed. And the best pork to get is the fresh stuff. Fresh from the butcher shop or the supermarket. That just doesn't look too bad. Now to make the dumplings. I put the pastry cases in this bowl just to stop them drying out. I'll add a bit of oil to this so they don't stick to the bottom. Now we've got 25 pastry cases. Let's see how we go. It's a fairly simple process. Get your case in your hand. About a teaspoon of pork mix. Just a bit of water around the edges. Press them together. Then give them a little crinkle. Put them in the pan. 24 to go. Here we have number 23. I miscounted. Ended up with 24, not 25. One must have blown away. And we've still got plenty of mix left. We should have rolled the rest of that dough out and probably made 30. Today, 24 will have to do. This pastry seems to get easier to work with the longer you rest it. Here we have number 24. I'll see if I can make it the nicest dumpling in the pan. There we go. Got a skillet heating up over there. Let's get over there and cook these dumplings. I have built up a bit of a hunger. Not only that, I will show you the best way to eat pork dumplings. This skillet looks like it's warm enough. Let's add a bit of oil. Don't be shy. Put plenty in. And now for our pork dumplings. I wonder if we can get all 25 in. There we go, all 25. Well, let these cook along for a while. We need the bottoms to brown up. And then we'll tip some water in, put the lid on, and steam the tops off. And then once the water's cooked off, we'll take the lid off again and let the bottoms crisp up. We'll have some spectacular fried pork dumplings. These are browning up nicely. Look at that. I can just taste these. These are browned up nicely. Look at that. Beautiful. Ready for some water. We knock the lid back on. Stand back a bit when you do this. Put the lid on. And let it steam away there for a while. Usually takes about 5 minutes. We'll see how these are going. Oh, they all look, you can see how they've all browned up on the top. All the water's gone off. We've still got a bit of fat in the bottom. Yeah, they're nice and brown on the bottom and crispy. We might just leave them for another couple of minutes to let them crisp up a bit. And then we'll take them off over to the table. Pork dumplings, fresh from the fire. Look at that, beautiful. And then there'll be the taste test. Now for the taste test. My absolute favourite way of eating pork dumplings. Chili paste. Soy sauce. Depending on how you want the flavour, it's how much soy sauce you put in. Always make sure you mix it in really well, and then select your favourite dumpling. For me, it'll be this one. Nice and crispy on the bottom and well cooked on the top. Just put them in there. That guy's a bit hot. Crunchy, but it's a very nice pork dumpling. Just the way I like them. Cooked in the middle, soft on top, crunchy on the bottom. With a bit of chili sauce. Beautiful. I think I'll just have to have another one. If you enjoyed this cooking experience, hit the subscribe button. One will come your way every week. Very nice pork dumplings. All I really need now is a nice cup of tea.